Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Nick's Toy Box. Jumping right into it today with the Sideshow 6 scale exclusive Pennywise from It the movie. This is the original Pennywise from the original movie, not the current versions. I'm really excited to get this one in hand. I had missed my original opportunity, but luckily I got a waitlist conversion, so we're able to get this video done today. Right off the bat, I love the packaging. I love how it looks like an old VHS box. I love the colors. I love the fake stickers on it, which we'll show you here in a second. Everything about this box is freaking awesome. I remember being a kid and going to Blockbuster and looking at movies and always seeing the movie, that image right there, and just being scared. Like, so seeing this again, it's awesome. It's got that ripeness of nostalgia, which I absolutely love. Gotta say, love that window packaging with the Pennywise slapped to front of it, and then the Sideshow 6 scale logo there. I love the colors. The colors are, the colors that he has on his clown outfit, which I absolutely love. It's real simple, which is nice and effective. So I think without further ado, let's start taking a look at the dudes himself. Still good on accessories. So we have two head sculpts. We have a specialized hand that goes with the balloon. I'll show you in a second. Of course, Pennywise himself. There's the balloon. We actually get a stand from this one from Sideshow, which is a pretty nice touch. We have another balloon set with its own personal hand and a nice assortment of hands, as well as the famous boat. Without further ado, though, let's start looking at the accessories themselves. While the base itself is really simple and not really that exciting, it's still cool to get a base included with the Sideshow figure. It doesn't happen very often. I do like the the movie on there. It doesn't really take away a whole lot. It is funny seeing the Hot Toys Pennywise with the nice sewer base, and then we get this pretty flat base, but whatever. Here's the balloon. This one does not have a rope covering on it, like the one from Hot Toys. I don't know why not. Silly. You have your seam line that goes all the way over, but it's not a big deal because these balloons aren't transparent. I kind of wish they would have been transparent, but I do like the big vibrantness of them from not being transparent, so I guess I'm kind of on the fence either way. This is the next one, which this one actually has the hand installed on it permanently, and it has a spot for you to add the yellow one if you wanted. Seam lines and everything are all the same here. I love all the alternative colors. Instead of all red from like the newer movies, this one, you get all the colors. It makes it really vibrant, and it does really pop on your display case or wherever you choose to put this figure because it adds a lot of vibrancy. This definitely all screams real clown here, which I can really appreciate. I do have some issues with balancing the hand, which I'll show you later. And as well as getting the balloon in this hand. I struggled with it too. Felt like I had to like pry it in there. But once you do get it in there, it is pretty sturdy. It is a nice look. Pennywise with balloons. I don't think I really need to say more about that. I'm just glad though that we get customized hands with those like strings. That's really cool with the balloons. Next, we got the boat. This one is cool because it looks like it's legit made out of newspapers. I love it. It is bigger than the Hot Toys one, which is interesting. I almost would assume they would have like done a similar one, but this one is sizable. But I do love it. I love all the newspaper look on it and how the words are actually legible. It's really cool. Let's dive into the hands here. We got, of course, like the monster hands, which are painted pretty well. You're not going to get as realistic like you would for like a Hot Toys, but I don't think it's a bad thing here. I think for all intended purposes, everything works like it needs to. I do really like the hands. I like that all the hands have their own individual pegs, so I think that's a really nice touch. We have a lot of unique hands here, all doing different like signs, which I think is a pretty interesting touch. It's not often that we see one with so many different variety of hands and not matching hands, because the only ones that are matching are the monster hands, these open hands, and then the hands that come pre-installed on Pennywise himself, which I'll get to in a little bit. The head sculpts are absolutely phenomenal. It looks like Tim Curry, 100%. I love it. The teeth and the eyes, whew, man, in person is phenomenal. Paint application is exquisite. I absolutely love it. I love this hair, the real hair. It's thick, it's bushy. The only thing is it falls off like nobody's business, so please be careful with that. Stylizing it is not that hard, so it makes it loads of fun. It's one of those hairs where I feel like you could really work on it. if you really wanted to, and you could probably get some crazy stuff. I don't really do anything super crazy with it. Man, this head sculpt right here, sorry to trail off. I love it. I love those pointy teeth, the tongue, the bottom teeth where you can see like the cavity look and stuff. It's just gross. It's gnarly. I'm trying to focus in here because it doesn't get enough like appreciation in my personal opinion. I love, you can see the wrinkles from like the eyes and everything being scrunched up. Once again, the hair and everything is the same as the other, but man, I love both of these head sculpts. It's hard to really pick which one I love most. That's all the accessories though. So how about we check out Pennywise himself on the turntable with no crazy poses. Vibrant. That's like the first thing that comes to my mind is he is absolutely vibrant. All these awesome colors really popping all over the place. You got this nice floral look for his vest. That pairs really nicely with like the striped shirt he has underneath. I love the bright yellow pants with the colors at the bottom that glimmer. Those are your other hands that he came with out of the box. The shoes are really nice and they got some wear on them as well. Got some fat padding underneath the suit to beef him up and make him look accurate. This dude's pretty awesome. His biggest downfall is going to be articulation. Unfortunately, his head can do the side swivels with no problem, but looking up, that's about the extent of him looking up without feeling like I'm forcing him, and going down is no better. The fat suit really limits his ab crunch going forward or backwards, which I'll show you. Oh, I showed you, sorry. His leg is also restricted by the fat suit underneath. He does get some good like knee bends and then elbow bends and stuff. Just be wary of those bends because like I showed you, the white plastic body underneath will show if you do it too much. He can do nice high up posing, and he doesn't seem like he pulls too much on underneath, but that is always something to be careful when you're dealing with cloth figures like that you're going to have some pull and some give there. His legs can't pull apart from each other all that much because of how tight that seam line is, unfortunately. So yeah, I think articulation is like my biggest bummer here. I was really hoping for a lot more, but you don't really need it, to be honest with you. He can do cool poses without being super crazy. You know what I mean? Sorry the hair looks so raggedy in these pictures. It's just like doing all these posing nonstop. I got tired of trying to get the hair all cleaned up, so I was just like, I'll roll with him looking a little worse for wear in that sense. But loads of fun, man. Like, I hope these pictures do him justice of showing just how much fun he is just to continuously pose. You can do so many crazy things with him due to the amount of hands he comes with and just how expressive those faces are. I literally had so much fun. He's probably one of the most fun 6-scale figures that I've done in a while, next to the other Pennywise, just because of how much fun he was to keep posing. Here he is with the balloons, and I'm going to show you another clip of me just showing how quickly they can fall if not propped properly. So I kind of had him lean against my glass a little bit because all it takes is for it to slightly move, and that's me holding it. Otherwise, it's going to slam all the way down and fling everything around. I wish they would have planned for that to make it stronger, but I think that's my biggest complaint next to articulation. So here he is, Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Let me know what you think about him, if it's one you're trying to add in your collection, and if you do have him, if you love him, or if you hate him. As always, I really appreciate you watching. Make sure you do all those things like liking, subscribing, notification bell, sharing with your friends, yada, yada, yada. Your support means so much to me as I'm trying to grow this content. As always, if you have any recommendations, I would love to hear them. But otherwise, until next time, thanks for watching Nick's Toy Box. See ya.